Anyways, what I wanted to ask you was, how come you have such a focus on anatomical movement, like such as the human movement? Like you've been quoted saying before, you have a PhD in human movement.
He's a gorilla.
He's a gorilla. You study animal movement. You've also been quoted saying that. Why do you find that so beneficial to you, and how do you find that separates you from the rest?
I think in MMA fell into a pattern. You know, every style is a style. Boxing has its certain movements. Kickboxing has its certain movements and its certain approach. And MMA originally was designed to be free, to use them all, but it fell into a pattern of a certain stance, a certain approach to training. I feel it became about lifting weights and training heavy rounds. But for me, I was not interested in that. You know, at the end of the day, the brain is what makes the body move right and move left. So you must nurture that. And it's not about lifting heavy weights and sparring hard. It's about freeing the body, being loose, being flexible, having great balance. That's the basis of what martial arts is about. So that is what I am doing, and I am just trying to learn every way that the human body can move. And I truly feel I am only a white belt in the broad spectrum of movement, but my competitors have yet to even begin, I feel.
Awesome, man. That was a beautiful answer, and I think that's a real champion's mentality right there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I actually want to ask you a question off that. Today I got a tweet from a U.S. Olympic gold medalist in gymnastics, Dominique Mucianu, and she wanted to know, because you're so interested in movement, have you ever thought of making gymnastics a key component? We saw guys like GSP really focusing on gymnastics. Is that something that interests you?
Yeah, I feel you must train everything, but without getting... I never think it's a good thing to become obsessed with one style of training. Now, you see that a lot. If I was to give a comparison, I would look at the Cub Swanson-Frankie Edgar fight. I felt personally Cub fell in love with boxing and was walking out to the contest with boxing coaches. He became a boxer, and his other disciplines fell short. That is what happens to a lot of people. Even if you look at George St. Pierre, I feel he was doing gymnastics maybe 2 times a week, and don't get me wrong, gymnastics is phenomenal. I mean, the strength and control they have over their body is absolutely phenomenal. But you must not get addicted, or you must not get obsessed with one particular style. You must continue to be free, because there are pros and cons to every single approach to training. Whereas gymnastics are phenomenal, but they bounce on.
It's like a springboard.
It's like a springboard, so they actually lose some of their bounce through training on that. So that's why it's important to mix it around. So I have trained gymnastics before. It is great fun, and it's powerful, controlled power. But I look to just train in absolutely everything. I'm open to training in anything, and I always do.
That was that.
Where does your style come from? Because is it karate, taekwondo? Like, where did you put your strength together?
I am just trying to piece it all together. I'm trying to move in all ways. You know, before the fight, when I re-injured myself, I had to take a step back from where I was at. I was moving in sequence. I was flowing from different sequences beautifully, and everything was just going so good. And then I re-injured myself, and I had to take a step back, and I was moving in a singular form. I was moving in a singular approach. I wasn't putting my movements in sequence anymore. Until now, I built myself up, and now I'm flown into sequences again, and it's a beautiful time for me. I came out here when I left Vegas. Vegas is a crazy town for a young multi-millionaire world champion. It is a crazy fucking town. The air is different as well. It's desert out there. I'm only out here 3 days in Los Angeles, and I feel like a female gymnast. I literally feel that free in my body. So things are really going good for me, and I'm reinvigorated. I'm ready to go and hit that number again.